All right, we're going to go black here.
From the Empire State to the Golden Gates, this is QuadRadio, USA.
Cool. Oh, yeah.
Now, with all the dirt from the world of ATV motocross and GNCC racing, here's Mr. 10 Seconds, Rodney Tomlin.
And a good evening, everyone, as we welcome you once again to the E-Racing Quad Radio Show. I am, as that fella said in the opener, Rodney Tomlin, and we are broadcasting the E-Racing Quad Radio Show from the Total Media Studios in Jackson, Ohio, from the Cable Channel 15 studios. I want to say thanks to those folks for letting us use the facility. And, of course, thanks to my special guest coming up tonight. We're talking about none other than Cole Train himself, Cole Rischardson. Got his third win there of his career, if I'm not mistaken, just a couple of races ago at the High Point GNCC. We'll talk a little bit about that and some other things that's been going on for the Cole Train over the last couple of years and what he hopes for the future. In the meantime, I do want to take this opportunity to say, number one, sorry for being a little late on getting started, but that's just the way the old cookie crumbles. Hopefully you are waiting in extreme anticipation, and it is driving you completely off the wall and completely batty, and you can't. As I push that button right there, maybe you can hear me now. But Cole, stand by. We'll be back with you here in just a moment. I want to say thanks to our good friends there at, of course, E-Racing. Our good buddies over at the ATV motocross side of things. They've got a youth motocross team. They also support Alan Myers, he's a sophomore this year in the ATV motocross scene on the AMA Pro ATV side of things. So I want to say thanks to them. A shout out for helping bring these live shows and, of course, Quad Radio in general. Also, Decker Training Facility, a big shout out to them, one of our newest supporters. They've got a great training facility down there where you'll be able to stop and check it out for yourself. County Line Motocross, they'll have a woods loop. I believe they've got the woods loop. They've got several moto tracks and all kinds of cool things, so you'll be able to check it out whether you're ATV or two-wheel side of things. And also want to say thanks to Teely Energy Racing, which is also a key component to the program that our good buddy Cole Rischardson is riding. Also thanks to Phoenix Racing Honda and all those great things that they do for Quad Radio behind the scenes. Want to salute them and say thanks to them. And, of course, DP Brakes, what's stopping you? Our good friends at AMSOIL, the First and Synthetics John Coffey, your independent dealer. And also want to say thanks to XE Part Solution, as well as Walker Fowler Racing, XE Motorsports, and so many folks that help make it possible. You'll see their names scrolling across the way here in just a few moments. And right now I'm going to take hopefully this is what I'm planning on doing anyway, taking a quick commercial break here. And when we come back, we'll be talking with none other than Cole Rischardson. Share it out. We're on YouTube. We are live there, and we are live on the Quad Radio Facebook page also. If not, it's on my Facebook page, but I think it's on the Quad Radio Facebook page. But nonetheless, folks, we hope to see folks sharing it out and letting folks know what's going on. We'll have Cole Rischardson coming up right after this.
XE Part Solutions is now available trackside at all GNCCs. Open Friday, noon till 6, Saturday, 7:30 a.m. to 6 p.m., and Sunday, 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. XE Part Solutions is a Moose Racing and Parts Unlimited dealer with a great inventory of Moose Racing products along with needed parts for bikes and quads. If you need raincoats, they got them. Umbrellas, they got them. Elephant ears for those mud races, they got them. Dry erase boards and markers, they have those too. Come by for a great deal on a great selection of Moose goggles and tear-offs used by a number of GNCC racers, located on Vendor Row next to the Moose Racing Transporter. XE Part Solutions can take orders at the track and it can be shipped right to your house. Late need orders for in-stock products received before noon on Wednesdays can be picked up at the track. Email XE Part Solutions at gmail.com, on Instagram at XE Parts, or give them a call at 931-854-1100 or 931-261-2004. And don't forget, all racers will receive rider support pricing from XC.
Hi, this is Stephanie from JSR Moto Designs. JSR Moto Designs specializes in replacement Nerf bar nets for all makes and models that can be fully customizable to your needs. Our custom apparel can be specifically designed for your race team. We can help make what you wear personal on and off the track, including embroidered or printed hoodies, jackets, t-shirts, hats, jersey lettering, butt patches, and more. Check us out at jsrmotodesigns.com or find us on Facebook and Instagram.
So you ready for snowshoe this weekend, Brandon? Are you? That's cool. Stop, Billy. It's supposed to be pretty nasty this weekend up on Snowshoe Mountain. Stop it, Billy. I'm pretty pumped. Put the brakes on. DP brakes. Good enough to stop my ATV, his ATV, and hell, it'll even stop a Billy.
Did you know you can save up to 25% and receive free shipping on great AMSOIL products with their preferred customer program? AMSOIL also has special pricing arrangements and free shipping for commercial accounts such as trucking companies, loggers, landscapers, and businesses like yours. Or if you have a business and would like to begin selling AMSOIL products, you could qualify to participate in the AMSOIL retail account program. You could become an independent AMSOIL dealer and build and grow your own profitable businesses. For more information, call John Coffey, your full-service AMSOIL dealer, at 877-694-4763 and leave him a message. John Coffey and AMSOIL, your first call for synthetics.
And welcome back to Quad Radio as we are bringing you once again some exciting stuff going on here, and doesn't look like any good. Oh, I see what's going on. We got to do that maybe. And well, anyway, we'll get that all rolling here in just a couple of seconds. But I want to say good evening and welcome you out here to Quad Radio Land once again, as we've got our good friend Mr. Cole Rischardson, who has made his way into Quad Radio, and I know it's been a while since we've had a chance to talk to you, but Cole, good evening and welcome to Quad Radio. How's things going tonight, buddy? And where are you at, and what's been going on over the long summer break, bud?
As you can tell, we actually moved not long ago, right before summer break, and I've been getting settled in here, and still about 20 minutes or 30 minutes up from my property, so still been getting in a lot of riding, but the summer went well. We took off some time, kind of just regrouped. I did a lot of testing this summer. I feel like we have the speed and everything there, to get a win, but we just been kind of lacking a little bit on the bike setup side of things, and we made some changes, and I wish I would have done them 3 years ago. So definitely looking forward to getting going here after summer break, and we had our fair share of bad luck there. Pretty sure I got everybody beat on a week of bad luck, but we're back up and running. We're feeling really good.
That's great, man. Glad to hear that, and that's some good news. So, anything exciting been going on as far as the I guess the summer? I mean, did you do anything like go on vacation or go to Barbados or anything crazy like that?
No, as you know, we had a team scheduled to head back to France, which, PDV ended up getting canceled. So hopefully we can be back there next year if everything goes to plan. But that was kind of the planned vacation. Really didn't do much this summer. I took some time off, took the Razor out with the girlfriend, went some places to ride, and just kind of chilled. With everything going on, and today it's you can't really do much. You go out to eat, you got to wear a mask, and the lines are longer everywhere. You can only order takeout, so. Vacation, I didn't really have my eyes set on that this summer. Like I said, I was hoping to go to France, but, with COVID and everything, plans kind of changed, I think, for everyone.
Yeah, it certainly did. I know my plans certainly changed a lot as far as all that is concerned. And I don't have any plans anymore as far as 2020 is concerned. I'm just kind of riding this one out as it comes along, which I'm sure there's a lot of people that may be in the same shoes that I'm in right now. But, man, congratulations are definitely in order for that big win that you took. What was it back? That was back all the way in June now, I guess, huh?
Yeah, I don't really pay attention to dates, but a little too long. I'm ready for another one, so.
Well, talk a little bit about this season so far this year. Tell me what this season has been like for you, because I know it's been some trying times for a lot of different folks, I think.
Yeah, going in this season, we started out strong. We were sitting really good in second with a decent points lead on third, and getting to Georgia, and we ended up having a freak thing happen where a stick grabbed the throttle cable, like kinked it, stuck wide open, and had probably one of the worst, I would say, top 3 wrecks of my career. Luckily we walked away, and I was able to get the throttle cable unjammed and just limped it enough to the finish, I think, to get an 8th overall. So, over the years, I definitely think I matured in, the pro class, and, every point counts. So, we didn't give up. We worked on a bike out in the middle of the woods until we got it, to try and limp it back to the finish. And at that point, we got into second. And, it was definitely a tough pill to swallow. I think we dropped to, 7th place in points or so. And, I was able to rebound with pretty sure it was a win rate after that. So definitely got my redemption, and we made up a lot of points. I think we tied Bryson with second right there. And, he was a better man the last few races and opened up a little bit of a points gap on me. But, second is still definitely doable.
Yeah, it seems like it most certainly is. I mean, it's weird to say that, you've got the way you look at it, you've got different things going on. I'm trying to do a couple different things here at the same time. I think I may have figured it out there. So there we go. At least we got that part of it. We may not get you. Oh, see, man, I'm going to have to get a producer, I guess. But regardless of what I need to get, man, it sucks. It really does. And I ain't taking anything away from Walker Fowler, because, by God, that man has done everything and earned everything that he has as far as his accomplishments. And I'll tell Walker this same thing to his face, and he knows what I mean when I say it, because as big a fan as I am of the sport and even individual riders sometimes, I don't like to see the same person win all the time. I don't care if he wins all the championships, that's great, but I at least want to see it go down to the wire. I want to see somebody be a thorn in his side. But you guys are becoming, I think, a little bit of that. But at the same time, as you're trying to become that thorn in the side, you're becoming, I think, in a heated battle for what you're talking about, their second place, the runner-up position overall, which it carries its own accolades. There's no doubt about it. But everybody knows the ultimate goal is to get that first place position.
Yeah, obviously, we want to get first. And, this season, I feel like we kind of, I just think in the past in my career, in 16, we got 6th, 17, we had wrist surgery, took that whole year off. And in 18, we ended up getting our first win. And, I think I just kind of slumped down and kind of plateaued in the pro class. And I was just, I was getting those decent finishes, and I was kind of excited for him, moving up from Pro-Am. And, now this year, we're trying to shoot for wins. And, like I said, we did some testing this summer, and I definitely did a lot of things I really wish I would have done 3 years ago. The bike is handling way better. And I think there's little things that we did to get the bike better, I think will definitely put us up front a lot more, and, battling for those wins or making up time if he gets away. Definitely feeling confident on that end, but Walker, he's fast. You got to be there on the start. He's not easy to run down, and we all know that. And like I said, I think the speed's there. I think the fitness was there, and I think I was just purely kind of lacking a little on the bike setup side. I come up the track, and even when I won, the bike could have been better. And like I said, I kind of plateaued and really didn't do much testing in the past few years, and just kind of ran what I had. And, that only works for so long. And, I think we definitely made some huge steps in the right direction going, coming out of summer break. And I've been known to come strong out of summer break. And it's actually when I got my first one last year was the first race back from summer break. And, we're actually going back to Beckley, which we've only raced there once. So technically I'm undefeated, but, I'm ready to get back racing. Hopefully we can make it 2 for 2.
Now, I stated at the beginning of the show that was your third career win. Was that a correct statement, or am I missing one someplace? Because I don't want to run you short. What's that?
2 high points in Beckley. Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
3.
So 3 wins total, and we're both each win's been like one a year. Then I guess at this particular point, huh?
Yes. Yeah. I've won, 1 in 18, 1 in 19, and 1 this year. And, we got a little bit earlier in the season, but, I'm just not satisfied with that anymore. At one point in my career, we all was just shooting to get our first overall win. And, obviously down the road, we want to win a championship, but my ultimate goal right now is to win more than once this season. And hopefully we can get that done here actually, this weekend. As funny as it sounds.
It may kind of sound funny, but no, it doesn't sound funny, to be honest with you, because why not? I mean, get it, strike while the iron's hot, so to speak, and you seem to be doing a pretty good job of that. Now, what was the advantage that you held last year to be able to win at the Boy Scout camp?
Last year we got off to a good start. We was running good right behind Walker, and actually me and him kind of checked out. And it's either I think he just had a stick come up through his A-arm, and at that point, I've pretty much never managed a race. I've either struck on the last lap or towards the end of a race, and at that point, I think we was the beginning of the first or second lap when he had this mishap, and nobody was even near us in third place, and it was just kind of like, all right, let's see what we got. We was able to do some pro-am, and, let's just try and run it out to the end. And I think we managed like a 30 or 25-second gap. I'm not sure, there to the end of the finish. And I think Bryson ended up getting second. But, we was able, I know I'm capable of leading a race and, kind of managing that gap throughout the race. I know I always get stronger at the second hour of the race. And, we just got to be there at the beginning. It's, we've battled Walker straight up for a win one year at High Point, and, he's had problems, and I was able to get a win. But, you don't want to wish bad luck on anybody. I want to fight for the win. I want to do it right, and hopefully we can do that in Beckley.
Right. Yeah, exactly. I mean, and you've mentioned the name of Bryson Neal a couple of different times. Obviously, he must be the other I guess, part of that equation as far as winning championships, because he seems to be a pretty big threat. I mean, whenever you talk, whenever Walker talks, his name gets mentioned a lot.
Yeah, Bryson's definitely the guy you don't want behind you. He's really, really good at picking out lines. He's always been really good at it, and I think that's worked for him really well in some situations. Sometimes I might have just kind of bit him in the butt, but he's kind of, I think, figured out his weakness, which I think kind of was on the starts, and he's been there a lot more at the beginning of the race. And luckily I've been pretty consistent on starts. We know Walker's going to get the whole shot or be second most of the time, and definitely between it kind of seems like me and Bryson are back there battling a little more, but we've also worked together to get to the front. I know Bryson has good lines, and sometimes we'll work together, get to the front to try and close that gap on Walker. That just gives more of a chance for one of us to win. Bryson's definitely figured it out, and I still have some figuring out to do. But this summer, I think definitely think my program is a lot stronger coming in the second half of the season.
Yeah, I don't doubt that a bit. If you haven't noticed, I've been playing around with everything. I think I might have everything. Oh, looky there, I fixed it. It actually looks professional once again, man. Yeah, that, man, to know that the field is deep, and I don't know. I know. Did you catch the MAV TV episode of your win today? It premiered, I believe, today on MAV TV, if I'm not mistaken.
You kind of broke up there for a second.
Oh, did you happen to catch the MAV TV episode of
I did not get a chance to catch it. I actually don't have MAV TV, but we recorded it at my girlfriend's house, so I'll probably be over there to watch that. But I've not got to watch it just yet.
Yeah, give you a good reason to go over there then, huh?
Yeah, gotta watch the episode. So.
So, well, so what are you expecting out of this coming weekend? I mean, we're it's Wednesday now. And by the way, just want to let folks know we got, social distancing protocols. We did the call earlier today on GNCC Racing, and that's one thing that we want to reiterate. Mask on the starting line, no large congregations of people, especially over groups of 25 in different areas and things like that. We've got some social distancing disco, silent disco going on. DJ Judd's going to be on hand, so we've got some Saturday night activities that's going to be pretty fun. It's all again going to be adhering to social distancing, but certainly appreciate everyone's cooperation in that. But a big weekend coming up. Also, I believe they're saying that sign-up's going to open up at 2 o'clock on Friday. So with that, what are you expecting out of this weekend? I know we're about, what was it, about the same time we were there last year, I think?
Yeah, I think it was right around the same time. Like I said, we only have one round there, so I'm kind of undefeated. So I want to try and hold that end of my bargain. But like I said, I actually rode my race bike today. We made changes this summer, and I'm definitely thinking that little piece of the puzzle that we were missing, we got. And I'm looking forward to going to Beckley. Like I said, we got the win there last year. I'm about, I think, 4 hours from there, and the terrain seems to suit my style of riding, and kind of grew up in that stuff. So, I've always fared well at the rockier type of races, but I definitely know Walker's going to come out swinging, Bryson's going to come out swinging, and, the entire XC1 class is. It's kind of like a fresh restart to the season, but, I kind of want to come out and make a statement. But, it's 2 hours of racing, and there's a lot that can happen. We can feel good and have something happen and end up eighth. We can feel good and ride our butts off for a third. It's, it is what it is, but definitely trying to look to be in the center of the podium this weekend.
Yeah, I don't blame you. Now, I got to ask you, Walker suffered 2 straight defeats just before the summer break. He was able to redeem himself there at the high voltage GNCC. He was able to capture win number 60. But what do you think? What do you think those 2 losses? I mean, and Walker on a rather personal level, and like him, love him, or hate him, him, and what do you think? What do you think his summer's been like?
When it comes down to riding and training, Walker's very disciplined when it comes to that aspect of stuff. Practicing on the quad, and I know when we was able to get the win, he'd come out, guns blazing the next round, and Bryson came out guns blazing, got him, and I don't even know how long it's been since Walker lost 2 races in a row. I mean, normally he'll lose one here and there, but I feel like it's been a while since he lost 2 in a row. But he's a champ for the reason. He knows what he's doing. He knows what he has to do if he has a bad race, and he's always been able to rebound. So he's able to rebound that last round, but I'm just looking to be up there more and battling with them. And I know Bryson's going to be there, the other guys are going to be there, but ultimately the goal this weekend is we want to go for a win, but I want to be up there battling. I don't want to be a minute down and get second. I know Walker loves winning by no less than, I don't even know what he said the one day, like 2 minutes or a minute. He wants to be out front.
he wants to hit that 2 minute mark. That's what he's
he wants that 2 minute mark, but we don't want to make it happen. 2 minutes, when I look at that end of the race, it definitely plays head games on us, and he knows it does. But, he knows we had a good race there last year, and I was able to get the win. When we went in the High Point this year, he knew that we had to win there before, and he knew I'd be tough. And I know he knows in the back of his head we'll be strong at this race. And I think the changes we made, like I said, were definitely going to benefit me a lot, throughout the race. So definitely looking forward to get the race in, whether it's second or third. I know the bike's handling better, but we want to get ultimately the win. So,
yeah, and I don't blame you. That's what you train for. That's what you get paid to do. And winning is what you did coming up through the ranks. So I can certainly understand that. I know you and Walker have a personal relationship. You guys have been buddies, been teammates, and things like that. But at the same time, I think that, and I think this is more from a professional standpoint, and I don't mean this from a personal standpoint, but on the racetrack. How does it feel to be one of the riders that really grates his ass whenever you win, when you beat him straight up?
He knew coming through actually, I was fortunate enough, I think in 2013 when I was in A class that, Walker kind of took me under his wing, and Mark, and we kind of ran, kind of under his tent. And then in 14, we signed with Randy, and, Walker was on the team as well at that point. And, he definitely took me under his wing. And I do remember his words, I think around 2015, he said he's creating an animal. But, over time, he's trying to win championships. I'm in his class now, and I wouldn't say we ride as much as we used to together, but we both kind of do our own thing. Sometimes we'll go to my one buddy's house, Kenny, and we end up riding there together. But ultimately, he's a number one guy, and, it's good to ride with him. But at the same time, I don't want to, push him even farther. I know I'm able by myself to be disciplined and push myself as far as I can go. And, he's the guy to beat. And, we've had races where we battle to the win, and he has made mistakes. A lot of people think he doesn't make any mistakes. He just gets the whole shot and rides the race. But it seems like those two races we were on his butt from the beginning to the end. He kind of, I don't want to say flustered. He's not. I mean, he's used to winning by so much. We're back in second place. We have all this second through. I mean, it could be fifth, sixth, whatever. All of us are banging bars, and Walker's just so used to riding his own race. I don't want to say he doesn't forget how to, battle, because he doesn't. We've gotten heated battles, and he's pulled out lines. I was like, I don't even know where that came from. But, he's a champion for a reason. He's a guy to beat, and I want to be able to do that more than once this season. We've been on a streak of just winning once a year, and we have 5 more rounds left. And, I really want to get another win, and I want to battle for it.
So,
it's going to be a battle.
Yeah, definitely. It's going to be. So Walker is kind of the man to beat right now. Then it's you and of course Bryson that we've talked about. Jared McClure, obviously very capable of taking wins. I mean, he led pretty much that entire day over at High Point that you were able to sneak that one in on him. So I have to think, I really believe that I think that Chris Borich, whether you want to believe it or not, I think the old boy's got still some speed left in him, and I think, under the right circumstances, I think he might be able to pull off a win or two. But we've got some riders they're working their way through the ranks right now. Who do you see on the horizon? Are you looking back in that 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 throughout the XC1 class? Are you looking a little further back at the Austin Abneys and the Drew Landerses and the Brandon Owenses and those kind of guys?
Yeah, a lot of those Pro-Am guys are riding really well. I think Brandon got his first win not long ago. He's young, he's very strong. Abney, if he sticks out a whole season, sometimes I know he was a little hit and miss, in previous years, but he's riding really strong. Drew's riding really strong. And, coming up through the ranks, you have Hunter that moved up from Pro-Am. He got his win last year at Ironman. And, he has a little more to figure out. But, Hunter's strong. He has the family support. He has a discipline. He has the ability to ride a lot. And, I think you'll definitely see big things out of him, the rest of this season or in the future.
Yeah, I have to tend to agree. I think that you're absolutely right, Cole. I mean, he's got a lot on the horizon. I think there's a lot of those guys that do. I mean, I'm looking back, even as far back as college A class. There's a few hungry boys out there, and if they continue on the path that they're on right now, they're going to be threats. I think also in the future. But as well as I do, brother, that bridge to cross from XC1 or XC2 to XC1 is a tough bridge to make it across. And once you get across that bridge, to get to a top 5 consistent finish is very tough too.
Well, for sure. When I was in Pro-Am, it was a lot easier to get a top 5 overall than it is in Pro class. You have that minute adjustment on the back, and you're in Pro-Am. Same thing with Hunter. Any guy, some of the guys that dominated Pro-Am, Walker dominated Pro-Am in the past, but we're so used to getting those wins and getting those, good overalls. And then we get in the pro class and kind of just get our butts handed to us. Pretty much all of us have. Some of us have stepped into the class a little better than others, but, it's definitely a head game. We're used to, we were used to winning those Pro-Am races, and you get to Pro and you kind of have that same mindset, like, oh, well, I got 4th and 5th overall from Pro-Am or top 3 once, and, I should be able to run with these guys up front. But, it's just a whole nother world. It's definitely way different.
For sure. And I guess you could probably be considered a veteran of the class now, huh?
Yeah, as I think about it, I was just thinking about that the other day. I've been in there a little longer than I thought. But, we stepped up at the end of 2015. I think my first pro race, we actually had a little bit of an electrical issue, and I don't know. I think I got second to last at Powerline Park, and then we went to Ironman in 2015, and we actually got second overall. I think I was 13 seconds back from Jared when he won that race in 15, and then we had a lot of momentum going into 16, and we ended up actually getting sick, and we fought that for an entire season until we figured out what it was, and that kind of took a huge toll on the body and kind of the mental game. I was out there literally running up front for the first hour, and then I was lapping kids towards the end of the race, and they were literally passing me back towards the end of the race. So it definitely wasn't very strong on the mental game. And then, we worked hard, got everything figured out with all the issues, and we were coming into 17 strong, had a little get off at a motocross track in a corner, and kind of just jarred my wrist, and really didn't think anything of it. Obviously, it hurt really bad at the time, but we kind of just toughed it out, got an opinion from a doctor, and he didn't seem like it was a big deal, but, he kind of did mention surgery down the road. And so we decided to tough it out, rode with a broken wrist pretty much all winter, went into the season with a broken wrist, and we hit that second round in Florida. And, oh, man, that's a rough track to begin with. And the wrist, I actually opted out halfway through the race there and, went home, got a second opinion, and basically got surgery the next day. And, it's trying to have permanent damage to the wrist where it doesn't, we lost a lot of motion in it, but we was able to make do. So, 16, 17 kind of were washes for me. Coming back in 18, we got our first win. That was a solid year. 19, or well, I don't even know what year it is. Regardless, we're, still a lot more years than I thought in XC1. But, I think we're back to where we need to be. We got another one this year. The mental side of things are good. Finally took the time to, like I said, test and not just be like, oh, we're going to ride what we have, make whatever work. It's been working. And kind of like I said, we just kind of got plateaued in that head, kind of in that mental game where it's like, the bike's good enough. We're getting good results. Let's not change anything. And I think that's kind of was my biggest disadvantage this year. We kind of worked on those this summer. And like I said, I did one little change, and I literally called my shot guy, my dad, everybody. I was like, man, we should have done this 3 years ago when we talked about it. It's definitely think I missed out on a lot. When you're talking, gaining some speed or time in XC1 class, I mean, every little bit counts.
It does.
Every little bit adds up to be a lot. So whether it actually helped or not, in my head, the bike feels better. I feel better. So I'm definitely looking forward to the last 5 races.
Yeah, looking forward to it, no doubt. And one thing, we haven't talked a lot about it, but, I mean, you were plagued, I don't want to say so much with injury. You've had some injury, but the illness and stuff that you had, I mean, that kind of took away from some of your seasons. So as long as you've been in the pro class, you haven't been you missed a lot of races, and then in a lot of the races you weren't even competitive because of the illness and so forth. So I guess technically, in the grand scheme of things, you are still of a kind of a young player in this. How old are you now?
I'm 24.
24. So, well, you're getting. Yep. I mean, this is the ripening age of the GNCC racer. It seems like that late to like in the mid 20s, like 24, 25, 26, 27, up to the mid 30s seems to be. At least lower 30s seems to be some of the peak years for performance for you guys. So at least that's the way it's been in recent years. But, Cole, I'm going to let you go, buddy. Anything that you want to pass along or anything like that?
No, I mean, everything's good on my end. We're feeling good. And like I said, I mean, we'll see after Saturday, but we're still undefeated at Beckley. I do have a winning streak of something. So we have, Walter always has a winning streak, and, he's a guy to beat. But right now, I'm just going to, in my head, I'm going to beat at Beckley.
Yeah, Bryson has
So,
one at John Penton now. He won in 19 and 20. So now that'd be cool, man. Guys would really be starting to get into Walker's head if you were able to do that. There'd be two guys with winning streaks, and he'd be like, ah! I can only imagine what next season would be like when we get to this part of the racing season.
Yeah, I know Walker's going to come out swinging. Bryson's riding phenomenal. You know, when he passed me at the Penton, I knew it was his day. I was like, you go ahead, buddy. It's all yours. You know, hopefully someone else can stop him, to stop that streak on Walker. And, he was able to do it. But, everybody's riding really well. The XC1 class, any given day, any conditions, any one of us can win. And, Walker is the guy that everybody has their eyes on. And hopefully we can kind of do what we did last year at Beckley and, come away with the win.
No doubt about it. Well, good luck to you this weekend. I'm getting ready to go live here in just a few moments on the sister show of 10 Seconds, the XC Off-Road Cast. You can follow us on the Facebook. We're also on YouTube. We're live on YouTube here on Quad Radio tonight. I want to say thanks to all the sponsors. Thanks to you again, Coltrane. Good luck to you this weekend. I'll be rooting for you, man. I mean, I'll go out on a limb, man. I try not to play favorites, but I'm going to be rooting for you whenever it comes to this whole idea of a winning streak for you here at Beckley. All right?
Yeah, you can. You have Stu Baylor next, right?
Yeah. I got Stu Baylor coming up on.
You can tell him he made a bet. What round was that? I think before High Point, he made a bet on me winning. The race at Coker where I blew up. He made a bet on me, I think, winning that race. And after the race, he's like, "I'm never betting on you again." So we went to High Point. And he was at the T-Lee rig, and I looked at him going to the starting line. I'm like, "Stu, I'm telling you, today's the day. You better bet on me winning." And he's like, "Oh, yeah, right, whatever." And I went back to the trailer after the race. I'm like, you should have bet, man. So you can give him crap, here soon about that. So.
Yeah, I will. Most certainly. Most certainly. Well, that's good, man. I'm glad to have you on, man, and looking forward to seeing what the weekend and the rest of the season brings for you. All right?
Yeah, I appreciate it.
All right. That is Cole Rischardson. I'm Rodney Tomlin. This is the E-Racing Quad Radio Show. Want to say thanks to everybody for joining in with us. And, of course, as we said, you can switch over to our 10 Seconds XE Off-Road Cast. It's on Facebook and on YouTube. We'll be live on that coming up here in just a few moments. Until then, God bless you, all of you, including you over there, Cole Rischardson, and all of you out there in Quad Radio land. And we'll see you at the races this weekend.